Hello friends, welcome back to my kitchen. My basil plant is bursting in my garden. It's time to do another pesto recipe. It is summer after all. Today I've decided to make a flatbread pizza that's going to have a pesto ranch as the base, grilled chicken, artichoke hearts, and all the other fixins that you would like. So let's get in the kitchen and I'll show you how to prepare this. For this recipe, you will need some naan bread. I've got 2 chicken breasts that I've already butterflied. I have some artichoke hearts, pepperoncinis. I have fresh Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese, some ranch. I've got pine nuts, walnuts, 1 tomato, a few cloves of garlic, and then about 2.5 cups of fresh basil, and that's everything. First thing we want to do is grate our cheeses. I'm going to grate about a cup of Parmesan cheese, as well as a whole block of mozzarella cheese. Now let's make our pesto. We can add a few cloves of garlic, along with 3/4 of a cup of pine nuts and 3/4 of a cup of walnuts, and pack in our 2.5 cups of fresh basil. We want to add a small pinch of salt. We don't need a lot because we have the Parmesan going in there, but I am going to use quite a bit of the cracked black pepper, maybe about 9 or 10 turns. And then a drizzle of the extra virgin olive oil just to get it started while we pulse it a couple times. And now with the processor running, you want to add a steady stream of the extra virgin olive oil until it gets about halfway blended. And then this is when you want to add in a good handful of the Parmesan cheese. And then putting the lid back on, add another steady stream of extra virgin olive oil till you get it to the consistency you want. I like mine a little more rustic and chunky, but you can add more extra virgin olive oil if you want it soupier. For the artichoke hearts, I'm not going to slice these. I'm just going to kind of pull them apart when we make our pizza. They're marinated, but I didn't rinse them. I just patted them dry to get off any extra oil. Pepperoncinis, we're just going to rough dice them. I'm leaving the seeds in there. Dice up 1 ripe tomato. And then for the chicken breast, like I said, I already butterflied these. All I want to do is season each side with some kosher salt, some cracked black pepper, garlic powder, and some Italian seasoning. Easy. Now on a screaming hot griddle or a pan, you want to just drizzle your chicken breast with some extra virgin olive oil. I'm also going to put some extra virgin olive oil on the griddle plate, and we are going to sear the chicken off for about 5 minutes each side. I want to cook them all the way through, so just take your time, get some grill marks, make them look nice and pretty, and make sure they're cooked all the way. Now what I want to do is place the chicken breast on my cutting board, add any remaining juices, and then I want to give them a tinfoil tent and let them sit for about 5 to 6 minutes just to help the juices redistribute. And now we're good to cut. I'm just going to give them a dice. And again, I want to scrape all of those juices and seasonings right back into the chicken because we don't want to lose any of that flavor. And now one more thing to prep. We're going to take a cup of the pesto that we made and add a 1/2 cup of ranch. I'm just using store-bought ranch, and just whisk this together. This is just going to give the sauce more volume and stretch it further, and we have all that pesto left over for other recipes. Now let's assemble our pizzas. On a sheet pan with tin foil, add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and start placing your naan bread wherever you can fit it. I'm going to try to do 4 for this first batch. Give a good dollop of the pesto ranch on each piece of naan bread and spread it out not quite to the edges because we want to leave what will essentially become a pizza crust. Add your grilled chicken. Place your tomatoes. Your pepperoncinis. And with the artichoke hearts, I'm just gonna pull them apart and just place them here and there across the pizzas. Cover each pizza with some mozzarella cheese and sprinkle some of the remaining Parmesan. And then in a preheated 400-degree oven, I'm going to cook my pizzas for about 10 to 12 minutes. I actually took mine out at about 13 because I wanted the edges to get nice and crispy. The bottom is nice and crunchy and crispy. These were smelling absolutely amazing. I'm just going to cut each pizza into random shapes, and this is what it's gonna look like. A little more Parmesan over top, some rough chop of basil to keep that rustic theme going, and we're good to go.